Hello soul family, welcome. We're doing yoga today to open up the hips and to soften and relax our low back and side body. So this is an exercise in knowing how to open up, how to receive, how to step into our intimacy or our creativity, our sense of play with the universe. And it also helps us be fluid. So as the changing tides of life blow us here or there, we can flow and bend. So this is all stored in our back and in our hips, and we're going to be working on opening them up today. So we're going to start in a seated position and find a grounding by just shifting your glutes back so you can root into your sitting bones. And you're going to find that maybe your stomach wants to tilt forward, maybe it wants to tilt back. See if you can find a neutral position with the stomach, with the spine, so that the curve in your back is not too curved and it's not too straight. Our spines have a natural curve, so see if you can find that natural curve. It's a slight engagement of the core. We're not clenching, we're just supporting ourselves. And as we do, we're gonna lift up into the chest, breathe in deep, shoulders come to the ears. And exhale, bring your shoulders back, down, and flip your palms up towards the sky. This is marking that we are ready to receive. So when your palms are open facing somebody, it's a sign of welcome, of surrender. And when we bring our palms towards the sky, it's a sign that we're ready to receive from the universe, from the abundance all around us. So you're gonna take your hands, take a deep breath in, look up towards your hands, and exhale, hands down to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Bow into your heart. And let's begin. So from our seated position, we're going to bring the soles of our feet together in Baddha Konasana, which is bound ankle pose. And remember that our glutes are shifted back, so you might need to do this again just so that it can help elevate and lift. Find the neutral spine, shoulders in their position, which is down and back, opening up the chest and the heart. And you can hold on to the ankles here and use the ankles as leverage just to help pull you slightly forward. And what we're gonna do is bring our elbows to our thighs and just give the inside of our hips a little bit of a massage here. You can even rock from side to side. Breathing into any tight places that you find. And we're going to use the full strength of our hands, so we're not using the strength of our thighs at all. We're going to use our hands only to close our legs like a book, because we don't want to use the muscles we just stretched. And we're going to extend our legs out slowly, give them a bit of a shake, and then come through a cross-legged position forward to tabletop. From tabletop, you're going to find a neutral spine once again, so our stomachs are not dropping to the floor and our backs are not arched up. We're finding this perfect neutral, this happy neutral. And we're going to bring our shoulders back and down just like we did when we were in an upright position. So from here, your hands should be clawing into the ground. You can press the pads of your fingers into the earth and use that leverage to bring your shoulders back. Your toes are tucked under. And we're gonna do some cat-cow, so drop the belly, lift the gaze. Inhale and exhale, curving the spine towards the sky. Chin comes in, tailbone in, exhale. Inhale back to cow, and exhale back to cat. Pulse like this, a few breaths, waking up the spine. And find neutral. Press into your hands and up and back, inverted V, downward facing dog. Bring your shoulders down and back. Look towards your toes. And then come, shifting your weight forward, lower down, squeezing the elbows into your sides, chaturanga, pressing up into the tops of your feet, upward facing dog, and come over your knees, glutes to your heels, stretch out the back. This is a child's pose modification. And if you want, you can also widen the knees and come deeper into this fold using your hands as a pillow. Maybe even finding a little sway here. Coming up through tabletop, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you're going to look towards your hands and step or hop your feet up to meet your hands and forward fold. You can even grab the backs of your legs and just help your back melt towards the earth. Inhale, lift arms up to the sky. Exhale, palms down through heart center and alongside your hips. We once again bring our shoulders down and back, and we can even give them a little squeeze here. Remember to tilt the pelvis so that you're not increasing that curve in your low back, and feel that openness. You can find your feet right underneath your hips, grounding you evenly. And notice how your body knows how to stabilize itself. Even in stillness, there are micro adjustments, micro movements that your body is doing at all times to keep you steady. And that fluidity helps you. Inhale, bending the knees, scoop the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. And arms down through heart center. We're going to come into a wide-legged stance here. Feet are at a 45-degree angle facing outwards. And so from our standing position, we're going to stand with a wide-legged stance. Your feet can be at a 45-degree angle or even wider. Depends on your level of stability. And find it wider than hip width apart. You can kind of step from foot to foot, finding your stability, even lifting your toes to activate the arches of your feet. And then find a bend in the knees. Your knees shouldn't be tilting inwards. They should be stacking relatively over the ankle. We don't need to go any further. You can bring your hands to heart center and press into the hands as you press your shoulder blades back and down. And notice how that adds stability. Find your pelvis in a neutral position. Notice how that strengthens you as well. And here you can even find some fluidity in the hips, going from side to side, honoring any cricks and cracks, maybe even lifting the toes, feeling what that feels like to find stability through the movement. And now we're going to turn our toes inwards, stepping the heels slightly outside of the toes and forward fold. You can bend the knees generously here, bending the knees so that you can melt forward. Breathe, connect with the earth, connect with your heart. And from here, we're going to walk our hands forward, drop the knees to the earth, and come into a frog position. So you can come down onto the hands, or the arms, maybe even dropping the forehead to the earth, and seeing how low can you let your hips go without hurting yourself. Maybe finding a little bounce back and forth. And then walk yourself up. Swing your feet in, child's pose. Knees can be wide or knees can be together, whatever feels right. Bring your knees together if they aren't already and come to sit back onto the heels. Stretching out the knees, the quads. Finding that neutral spine. And see if you can draw your neck back and the top of your neck up like a J. Hands to heart center. Bow to yourself, thanking yourself for taking the time for a little mini yoga session. And thank you all for joining me. Namaste. I hope to see you again soon, soul family. Until next time, bye-bye.